It is time to get drunk on camera again, so fortunately, we have a bunch of liquor in front of us and an expert here to pour it. It's very exciting. What's up, guys? I'm Noah Galutin. We are here today with my producer, friend, and resident alcoholic, T, and Simon Ford from liquor.com. He is a cocktail expert, and today, in honor of summer, he's going to teach us how to make some beer cocktails. See, it's like a cocktail, but there's beer in it, so it's just pretty much all alcohol.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about liquor.com for the people who might have missed our episode with Duchamp?
Sure. Liquor.com is a place for experts and enthusiasts for all things cocktail, spirits and liqueurs to go to, essentially. And I'm one of the advisors there, so they always pull me in to do what you do, really drink.
So
and give opinion.
Is Liquor Advisor like professional alcoholic, or is that a different thing?
Yeah, I mean, can I start calling myself a liquor advisor for Tasted? Because that's kind of what this is turning into.
As you are both self-professed alcoholics, I'm here to advise you on the functioning.
Perfect.
Sorry, I'm here to advise you as a liquor advisor as the best way to reach your goals.
Perfect.
You've alluded to the fact that we're mixing two of the greatest things, spirits and beer, together. I'm actually taking it one step further. It's beer and tequila. So two of my ultimate favorite things in one drink, in an invention called the margarita. And you can probably imagine how this was invented. It was some guy, margarita there, beer there. His beer's half empty. Just pours the margarita in it, right?
It's basically how nachos were invented.
I like it.
Let's work this thing out.
So we have a really healthy measure of tequila. And we have Cointreau, which is obviously a great version of triple sec that we can use. And then, of course, fresh
Cointreau is
wine.
an orange liqueur?
Orange liqueur from France, yes.
Yeah, I knew something.
And delicious as well. So we're going to shake up the margarita.
Put them to work.
Absolutely. It's not bad. So we're going to pour our margarita over ice. And then...
Isn't this your own label of tequila?
Tequila Cabeza, yeah. And in fact, Duchamp, who was on the show before, he traveled down to Mexico, met with many, many different tequila producers.
From Jalisco.
From Jalisco. It was the highlands of Arandes. And it's a very...
This is f***ing delicious.
Will you make me one of those while we explain about Jalisco?
Let's do that.
Because as we established earlier, I have a drinking problem.
I know.
And my problem is I don't have one in my hand right now. Hey T, will you rim me?
Not on camera.
It's refreshing. I mean, talk about sipping this by the pool in the summer, right?
Yeah. So the beer kind of mellows it out, kind of browns out the acid, and you kind of get a nice.
You get your vitamin C hit with this, which will help with the hangover in the morning.
So this is basically a really refreshing cocktail. It's got acid, it's got alcohol, it's very bright. It's not too sweet, but it has some sweetness, so it kind of rounds everything out.
It's very light. Like, I feel like I'm actually doing something good for my body, which I know is not accurate. All right, Simon, this is delicious. I think we're both gonna keep working on these while you show us the next beer cocktail of the day.
So the michelada, just a great spicy mix that you would put with your beer. A great drink to have with barbecue.
Yeah.
You know, it's
definitely.
It's almost like making a little barbecue sauce and adding a beer to it. So should we start with the Worcestershire sauce?
Got some Worcestershire sauce.
I know, even I couldn't pronounce it, and I'm from England.
Excellent.
We've got lime juice in there. So we get some Tabasco. All right, hot or
it's a bit shy.
medium?
Go hot.
Go hot.
Let's go crazy.
Let's get the seasoning in, some salt and pepper and some celery salt.
Perfect.
So the idea of this particular drink is you can make a mix this much, and then every time you serve beers at a barbecue or your party, you just pour a little bit in the bottom of a glass. So the idea is, you know, once it's mixed up, just do a little stir.
Have your mixer ready and just sort of refuel throughout the night.
Yeah, just completely all the time. Really, you just need a tiny bit in the bottom of the glass, and it's going to provide a lot of spice, a lot of heat, all that salt and pepper, that seasoning.
It's almost like a beery Bloody Mary. It's like instead of tomato, you use beer.
Right.
It's exactly it. Get a cold beer. This is sort of relatively warm-ish cold beer.
I was holding it between my thighs all morning, so it's probably not the best move. It's really got that, like, it has spice, it has body, it has kind of a savory element, but it's not like aggressively savory.
Right.
I feel like this is one of those other, you know, like, you've just seasoned beer is all you've really done. It's like taking a steak and you season a steak, which is probably what you do at a barbecue.
It's like steak beer.
Yeah.
It makes me really want a steak.
But it's good.
The other great thing about micheladas is you come up with your own recipe, a bit like sometimes Bloody Marys or your seasoning for your barbecue. You come up with your, you know, you can have Noah's seasoning. You know,
right, like I put heroin in mine. I mean, these are both basically sort of Mexico-inspired, really refreshing cocktails that have, this one's a little heavier in the citrus, this one can have more of the savory elements, but they're both, I gotta say, quite lovely, and I would and will happily drink these.
Thanks for coming by, Simon. Once again, Simon is from liquor.com. You guys should definitely check out their site as well as their YouTube channel. It's just Liquor here on YouTube, so go to there and subscribe.
Different from lickher.com, which is my own YouTube channel. It's very interesting, but not successful. Thanks for watching. I'm Noah Galudin. Please subscribe to Taste It. Next week, you find out whether T and I finally hook up.
The answer is subscribe to Taste It.
It's also no.